So come on in, take a sip, let's wind down. Today I decided on the way home that I wanted something sweet-ish. So I grabbed a Coke Zero and I had a bottle of Chianti in the fridge that's been in there for months because it was one of those things I had to order X amount of dollars to get a certain restaurant to deliver. And I was like, well, then they just throw in a bottle of Chianti. And it's been sitting in the fridge ever since, and I don't know. But anyway, I thought this is perfect to make a Kalimotxo. And Kalimotxos, these go back well over 100 years back to Spain and the Basque regions. But it's essentially equal parts or whatever, your formula is, that you appreciate the most. But it's just a red wine, sweet or dry, for me dry. And usually a cola product of some sort. I've had these with like rum liqueurs and root beer, which, by the way, is pretty delicious too. But this right here kind of keeps the sweetness to a certain level, but it's very refreshing and gives you just enough of a little kick from the slight bit of caffeine that if you've had a long day but you want to go watch a movie or something, this might be the perfect way to get yourself prepped for it. If you've never had one before, you might say to yourself, that's weird. Yeah, I guess it is, right? So are pickles and peanut butter, but they're still delicious. So, there's just certain things, right? But this is actually a wonderful combination of flavors. And I couldn't recommend it enough. So grab your favorite cola and try it with your favorite red wine and see what you can come up with. But my name is Christopher, and I'm delighted that you're here to solve this cryptic with me. I'm telling you, I went back in time. I spent hours and hours and hours over the weekend just doing old ones, trying to get the feel for it. I think I'm kind of getting the hang of it now, but there's still just an awful lot of guesswork going on, but I'm loving this process of learning something new. So let's hop into this grid and see what we've got for the day. Well, let me get my chair squared away. Okay. All right. So very carefully maneuver our cursor in on this grid and then back away like we were never there before. Okay, so school reunion you can't get out of your mind. Okay. Compelled to be helpful. 6 letters? Guess it could be to oblige. Let's see. Partner and I ordered turtle. A person of great interest. 6. How about a usurer? Get this straight. A person of great interest, yeah. Usurer. Okay, so school reunion you can't get out of your head. They lend 2 overlapping signs. You could have, if you're talking about star signs, I guess this could be Libra, Aries, library. It's the only thing I could think of off the top of my head when I started thinking 2 overlapping signs. I started thinking of the star charts, and I'm not even into that. I don't know anything about it, but I know what the signs are, and it's the one that I could hear in my head that's got an R. So maybe it'll be some helpful. Partner and I ordered turtle. If I anagram partner and I can get a terrapin because partner needs the I. Terrapin. Okay. Park official who won't give up. Is this a keeper? I mean, by definition, it works, right? Won't give up, a keeper. And really, if you think about it, I mean, if you were to call a goalkeeper a park official, kind of the same thing. A goalie, you know, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'd mentioned earlier that compelled to be helpful may be to oblige, and I just needed something to kind of confirm that. So I'm liking it. I'm doing a little bit better today, but I'm telling you, I was doing my homework. Man, was I doing my homework. So a school reunion you can't get out of your head is just like an obsession to me, which would make sense. I guess you've got a session, but then you got the OB. And one of the things that I've learned throughout my time in the Guardian, and of course my time in the United Kingdom, an OB or an old boy is alum, like a former classmate or something along those lines. I don't claim to be an expert on British definitionals. I'm just saying I think that's what an OB is. So maybe I'm drawing something in there that doesn't need to be drawn in, but I'm liking it, so I'm like, why not? Was still on the ground. Or still off the ground. Was still off the ground. Okay, that helps a lot better. So this could be, was still off the ground. Like a helicopter or a hovercraft. Yeah. All right. Half caught in large scale outbreak. Half caught in large scale outbreak. Epidemic. Okay, Vulcan. It's a nice job there. That one is clever. I thought that the Libra Aries thing was pretty clever, but this is taking the cake right here. Let's see. CID's erroneous. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. CID's erroneous record. Is that the same as it is in the United States military, Criminal Investigative Division? Because I wouldn't know what this is. CID's erroneous record. I don't know. Hopefully I'll get something to kind of help me with that, though. Factor in a chap. Reluctantly move across island for pets. Being so captivated by Schumann. So captivated by Schumann. There's a human in there. And to those of you who are really good with these, I know I'm moving at a snail's pace. I mean, look at that S-car go. But I'm getting used to it still. And I appreciate your patience. I'm trying to get this through here. Yellow fever. Well, this looks like we could actually fit in jaundice. Which is an odd thing to me, how they always... It always kind of... Some of these are really difficult. You got to find an anagram and one of the words in the clue, and then the other one is just the definition. Factor in a chap. Well, I guess it could be a gent. Reluctantly move across island for pet. This looks like it might be budgie. I'm not sure. But you know what? I mean, I'm certainly not here to win anything, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know, and I'm fine with that answer. I don't know what the CID's erroneous record is, but run into wrong castle looking embarrassed. Catholic churches love stories. Like lose to be abundant. Like lose to be abundant. So a lavatory. A lavatory is a loo in England. Or a loo is a lavatory. I don't know. A foreign letter from a boy by a doctor accepted. From a boy, a doctor accepted. Catholic churches love stories. Approached in trembling wonder. Trembling wonder. So I've got essentially 6 letters to work with. I've got one word in here that's 6 letters, and that's wonder. If I use an anagram by that, I could come up with maybe drew on, and that actually works. That actually works. I mean, that makes the definition right. So foreign letter from a boy, a doctor accepted. If we're going with the Greek, this could be lambda. But I don't get it at all whatsoever, and I don't know if I should put that in there. Like lose to be abundant. I don't know. Staff briefly enrage Norwegian city. Showy figure in enclosure. Monet's reproduced. So here we have a conspirator's device for making chart. Well, that could be a plotter, and I think that satisfies all of the definitions on that. I don't have a clue what that is. Staff briefly enrage. Like lose to be abundant. Oh, what about lavish? Lavish to be abundant. Like lose. Lavish. Okay. All right. I feel better about that, but is it going to help in any way whatsoever? No. Staff briefly enrage. Norwegian city. And up here I have an L, so I am going to go with lambda. Does this help in any way whatsoever? Catholic churches love stories. Romance. Roman CES. Which would play into romances. I don't know. Staff briefly enrage. Norwegian city. This could be no, I don't know what that is actually. I don't know. Showy flower. Gosh, I don't know. Okay, so let's see what we've got up here. If there's anything that helps yet. No. Run into wrong castle, looking embarrassed. Well, looking embarrassed could be Scarlet. Multi-definitionally. So I guess CID's erroneous record could be a disc. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know what else this could be. So incidental benefit of bringing fast bowlers back. For hypocrite, hard to get up to join in exercise. No way to know that either. Accurate, which this isn't for Marianne. This L at the end here. Are we talking about Marianne Faithful? I honestly, I was a fan. I mean, I am a fan of her work, posthumous or not, but I don't know if she was faithful or not. But accurate would be faithful, I would imagine. Okay, so unbelievably noisy about a fiddly task. Let me pull that up a bit. So, a fiddly task. Okay. For hypocrite, hard to get up and join. I don't know. House is plain, article not seen in it. House is plain, article not seen in it. Should this be like vanilla, but without the an? If we're not seeing the article in it, could it just be a villa? I don't know. Incredible old wife is fat. Tallow? Have no money. Displaying spite. Oh, I don't know about having no money, but displaying spite would be venom. So does this help us in any way? For hypocrite, I gotta pull this up. I wish they'd fix that though. I'd like it very much if they would fix the grid where that would operate correctly. For hypocrite, hard to get up to join an exercise, and I'm not sure I understand, but I feel like I see a Pharisee in here, and that we all know that's the ultimate hypocrite. Incidental benefit of bringing fast bowlers back. 4 and 3. This is an absolute guess. I'm just going to go with a spin-off. I don't know what else would fit in there. At this point, I'm just trying to see what would fit and be the most logical. Unbelievably noisy about a fiddly task, and I guess this could be faff. And I'll try one more time to make some sense of this. No, I don't know. I don't know that. And staff briefly enraged Norwegian city. briefly, stave and anger, Stavanger maybe. Anger though, anger. All right, I think that's about all I've got. I do feel pretty good about what I've got because everything's lining up pretty nicely here. There's a certain syzygy that's taking place, but I don't know what this is. I haven't got a clue. If it's an actual showy flower, then I'm the wrong person anyway. I'm not the best with my botany. That would be my lovely Shotzi. But I like where we're at. I feel like I didn't leave like a third of it open this time. So this is progress, right? I mean, it's just what it is. Let's do a check all. And okay, I mean, I felt good about it, but I guess there was a reason because, I mean, it does look pretty good. But I've got to reveal this word. I don't know what we're looking at. Penstemon. Penstemon? Penstemon? I don't even know what it is. So I need to look that up. So I'm going to leave this up, but I'll go ahead and bring down our Benier Dadu in just a second. But to Vulcan, this was an extremely challenging thing for me, for sure. I don't know if Mondays are harder than other days or what, but I'm just saying that I feel like I did something good just by getting as far as I did for a change. So that's a good thing there. But to you, Vulcan, well done. Job well done. And if penstemon is a flower, I'm going to know that here in the next 30 minutes. If it's not, I'm going to figure out how we got to this answer. And if I don't find anything on the flower, then I'm just going to go search the comments and see if anybody offers something down below. But until we see you tomorrow, thank you again for solving this grid with me. And thank you so much for likes and comments and subscribing and whatnot. We're almost to 600 videos, so that's really great. We've been going at this channel. It'll be 2 years on August 20th. And we're subsequently, I think, 3 or 4 subscribers away from 600. And so I think we're going to hit our 600th video on Wednesday. And if that's the case, it would be nice if we could somehow meet that 600 subscriber mark as well. So if you can subscribe and you feel I've earned that from you, then I would appreciate that very much. Otherwise, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, and Cin-Cin. Be good to the fellow behind you in the line, and we will see you on the morrow. Until then, be well. Cheers.